Hello, hello, nice and children. Are you ready with your textbooks? So that is very important. Keep ready your textbook. Now you can open the page number 161. Page number 161, and the lesson is from supplementary reading. Aruna Asaf Ali, the Great Patriot. What do we mean by the word patriot? One word question will be there. One who loves his country, called a patriot. Remember, one who loves his country ಅಥವಾ one who loves one's country is called patriot, and opposite is one who hates his country, a traitor. 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 Okay, children. Now we have got the introduction. It is common knowledge that British Empire spread all over the globe in the past. Globe means world. All over the world they had their empire. Our dear motherland was a part of it. Which is our motherland? Yes, India. Reeling under the tyranny of the oppressors, she found solace in the efforts of the freedom fighters that willingly shed their last drop of blood to redeem her from shackles of bondage. Remember, they were very cruel. They were suppressing us. They were not giving any opportunity to develop. But she refers to whom? India. Remember, found solace. Solace means comfort or samadhana, we could say. In the effort of the freedom fighters, underline. Freedom fighters that willingly shed, that means they dropped their last drop of blood to redeem freedom, her from the shackles of bondage. Bondage means we becoming slaves, no? That bondage should be removed. The shackle is ಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ. That should be removed. For that, freedom fighters fought. One such luminary was Aruna Asaf Ali, the famous freedom fighter and the champion of the cause of women. Underline, we are going to deal with the one luminary, very bright person, intelligent person called Aruna Asaf Ali, the famous freedom fighter and the champion of the cause of women, who worked for the upliftment of the women. Now it is called biography. Read the biography of this valiant, that is brave, woman whose remarkable achievement is etched in our history. Etched means here written. Okay. What is his biography? Remember it. One who writes his own life history. One who, write down if you want. One who writes one's life history called one who writes the life history by another person. Remember it. One who writes the life history of another person is called biography. What is the opposite for this? Autobiography. Autobiography is one who writes one's own life history. Remember, one who writes one's own life history is autobiography. AUTO. Okay? Autobiography. One who writes someone's life history. Take for example, there are many eminent people in India and their life history is written by some other person. We call it biography. Now, let us deal with the lesson. Children, known as the grand old lady of the independence movement. What is she called? Grand old lady of the independence movement. Aruna Asaf Ali was a fiery reader who plunged headlong into politics at a time when the freedom struggle was raging and youth were laying down their lives for the country's independence. Remember, children, so many people have sacrificed to get us freedom, and so we are lucky. We are living in a country where we have got our freedom. We can talk, we have the right to talk, we have the right to speak like that. But we should not make use of for bad things. Remember that. So he says, Aruna Asaf Ali was a fiery leader, means very, very, what to say, that she can express her ideas very forcefully. So she was called fiery leader, and plunged means dipped headlong into politics. Politics refers as ocean here, so jumped into it. And at the time when the freedom struggle was raging, means it is increasing, and youths were laying down their lives for the country's independence. Now, born into an Orthodox Hindu family, Orthodox Bengali Hindu, underline, born into an Orthodox Hindu Bengali family in 1909 at Kalka in Haryana. Remember, she was from a Bengali family where she was born at Kalka in Haryana, 1909. She broke conventions at the age of 19 to marry Asif Ali, a prominent figure in the freedom struggle and 20 years her senior. Look at that. She was involved in freedom struggle and she broke the conventions, means traditional ideas. At the age of 19, she married a person called Asif Ali, very prominent, well-known person in freedom struggle, and he was senior to her 20 years. 19 means 20 years, you had 20 years. So he was 39. 13-year-old married to 19. Her marriage brought her face to face with the freedom struggle. It was a prominent freedom struggle. She also joined. So she was face to face, means very close. The freedom struggle, social service, which she pursued throughout her life. Children, remember it? Throughout her life, she did her social service, and that means even after the independence, she did not keep quiet. She involved herself in the improvement of the social background of the country, service of the people. Aruna Asaf Ali's first major political involvement was during the Salt Satyagraha, when she addressed a public meeting and led procession. That is her first major political involvement. What is the opposite for major? Minor. Write down. Salt Satyagraha, she made address a public meeting and led the procession. She was prosecuted in Delhi, and on her refusal to furnish security for good behavior was sentenced to 1 year imprisonment. She was arrested and she was sentenced to imprisonment because she did not furnish the security bond. A few months later, when most political pioneers were being released, she was not released until a public agitation was launched in her support. Now, when so many political leaders were released, she was not released, and so public have to take up agitation and in her support, so that then the government had no other option, they released her. This much you remember in 3 paragraphs. One is called Grand Old Lady. She broke the family tradition, married a person who was very older to her, and then her first involvement is Salt Satyagraha. Then the next portion we will take up in the next class. Meanwhile, you people read the lesson carefully and understand the points. Okay, children? See you. Bye-bye.